Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon in Libra to new moon in almost Taurus. We'll talk about it April 2023. I am your reader, fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. We're almost 25 years in service, coming May 1st. Oh boy, very excited. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It is available on Kindle. There's a Kindle version of it. There is a link in the description box, and if you click it, you can preview it for free and get a little taste of the prayers, principles, and practices that has kept me in business well before I started the company. The book is even organized in chakra chapters, and there are chakras in this reading, so it might be helpful if you want to click the link and check it out. And if you're down in my description box, do peruse my menu on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Wisest Virgo career move I have ever made. My members-only subscription platform that at the current time of this recording, I have 8 levels of subscribers: seekers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, mystics. Gods, goddesses is one tier. It is the top tier. They get everything available on the platform, as it were, but all of my subscribers get the daily check-ins. An unlisted YouTube live stream link every single morning. Have not missed a day in a really long time. They can chat with me. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications of said astrological weather, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. And we are building a lovely thing over there on Patreon. I highly recommend it for the creative types out there. Myself as a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, a professional intuitive, and all of that jazz. Couldn't be happier with Patreon. So if you find yourself so drawn, click the link, check out the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that most people just call Mal. Hey, let's do this. These shadow reads have been a little on the intense side, but they're shadow reads. So let's do some explanation before we dive into the divination for the new people. Welcome, new people. An 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about anything in particular. In this case, we're using these 8 cards to help the Capricorn Collective and the Crosswatchers do their shadow work. Release the 3 atoms, ATOMS, in between lead and gold on the periodic table in the language of spiritual alchemy to shift to more golden timelines, happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, which means that those 3 atoms cannot be created or destroyed, only changed, transformed. We're using alchemized as a symbolic reference there, and only you can do that. You have free will. Everybody does. So let's look at the timeline, because it's an interesting one. I'm a Virgo. I have a clipboard. Of course I do. We're looking at the full moon in Libra, April 6th. It's a Thursday. 12:34 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. Right there tells me there's a golden timeline opportunity for everyone here. And that is Eastern time, 12:34 a.m. Really good day for justice and balance, for finances, for expansion. Thursday, the day of Jupiter. Cardinal air Libra really works out well. But then we've got the 2 weeks following, right? When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek, let it go, and then let go over the following 2 weeks, little by little, bringing us to a tricky new moon. It is an eclipse. It is on Thursday, April 20th. Yeah, that's right. It's 4:20. Goes void of course, 12:13 a.m. Sorry, I don't know where that extra vowel came from. I guess I bought a vowel. Goes void, of course, at the same time it goes new and eclipses. It's a little tricky. The moon will then go into Taurus 12:30 a.m. and then the sun will go into Taurus at 4:14 a.m. So I would wait till at least 5 a.m. Eastern. It's not like I'm going to be up that early anyway. To plant a seed, and I will have the 5-card draws. And what do I need? Reads to plant a seed and watch it grow out way before then. So this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and do check your other signs. You might have different things in your life to clear out energetically. And crosswatchers, heads up. Yeah, I love cross-watchers. Cross-watch the heck out of everything on my channel. But do understand the intention of these readings is pretty clear and simple. Cross-watchers, you have the opportunity to get some insight, some understanding, some sympathy, some empathy for the Capricorn you are cross-watching for. And if you apply some of this stuff to your own energy fields, your chakras with mantras and all this kind of stuff that's going to hit the table in these 8 cards, you too will be doing your own personal alchemy in assistance to the Capricorn collective, really for everybody, not just the one you are cross-watching for. So, the shift from all that explanation that I have to do every single time to the divination, which I was born to do in this lifetime, that shift happens in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise you, I will do my best. You should see the amount of meditation and breath work I do before I do these readings, so that you can shift to a more golden timeline, not just for you, for the cross-watchers, but for all of life. Because there's only one of us incarnate, believe it or not. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Unity is unity. So let's do this. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call to the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, what is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Capricorns and the cross-watchers, determining the shadow work, the soul power that they contracted to alchemize from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, fear to love, poverty to prosperity, perdition to paradise, hell to heaven. This full to new, yeah, just one card, April 2023. The Storyteller archetype. There are 9 different families or groups of archetypes. This is the creative family archetype. And storytelling is how we learned for very, 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 very long time on this planet. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. Consider this lead and gold. This shows the alchemy, the soul power available, reason, season, or lifetime. The shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. Fake news, right? False stories that can devolve into gossip, all sorts of toxic stuff. The light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Tarot, oracles, right? Art, creativity, soul insights, express life and through the stories you tell, the stories you hear, and of course there are those stories that we tell ourselves that are not based in truth, right? So sometimes that making up tales that harm others are harming us in the process, and again, there's only one of us. So let's see what the alchemy is here for that, you know, because you get 10 people in a room, one thing happens, you get 10 different stories, right? So the next 4 chakras down we will look at with one card from the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the internal, the feminine energy, the yin dynamic, the goddess dimension of ourselves, creative intuition, heart, throat, third eye, crown. This is where you get the free will minimum, throat chakra, to choose or decide whether to delay what cannot be prevented and how many times you want to keep doing this over and over and over again. Please take a nice deep breath. You signed the contract. We all did. Still point. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of earth, the sign of Capricorn, powers of the north, please, beloved goddesses of cardinal, creative earth, the mountain goat climbing up that hill, slow and steady wins the race. What have you got? What is the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, need to be aware of inside, heart, throat, third eye, crown, to alchemize the Storyteller, this full to new. Justice, Ma'at, the Egyptian goddess of justice and after-death goddess, weighs your heart against a feather. If it balances, you get to move on to the next life, the next world, however you want to read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, because there are a bunch of different translations. If, however, your heart is heavier than the feather, womp womp, Some say you just have to reincarnate. Well, apparently we've done that before. Some say your soul gets eaten by a demon. The story that you tell yourself, one would think, would determine how you're going to do that. And it is about justice. When it's a major arcana card, in the inside, it's all four at once. So, you know, how important is justice on the planet right now? Well, as within, so without, not just as above, so below, right? So there's something here about creating justice, but within yourself first, finding that balance of bringing together, aligning just those four chakras so far, which is an internal psychological thing, which nobody needs to know you're doing. You can certainly ask for help. And that's why we've got more cards to hit the table. But I think that's a pretty good start, right? Because throat chakra minimum, you can choose what your stories are inside and then choose what you want to say, moving those stories or telling those stories as you go. So, lower three chakras are doing with the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, the yang dynamic, the god dynamic. You from the outside looking in at yourself like a mirror, you know, like, oh, no, the hair looks good today, right? Or you looking at other people, places, and things, because lower three chakras are about relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself, your self-esteem, your boundaries, and being Capricorn-driven. Saturn-driven, my Capricornians. That's pretty key. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my beloved gods of earth, sign of Capricorn, powers of the north, beloved gods of cardinal creative earth, the mountain goats, sea goats. One card in clarity, please, for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Lower three chakra dynamic, outside in, inside out. Relationships in the physical world to alchemize the storyteller in the eighth with Ma'a, justice on the inner. This full to new. We got a Nine of Cups. All right. Well, you know, Nine of Cups is rarely a womp womp card. Doesn't mean it couldn't be. I certainly see the Nine of Cups a little bit differently than most people, of course, depending upon the cards around it and the vibe in the collective. Certainly, yeah, there may be a wish fulfillment on the table here, but for me, the Nine of Cups, particularly in the story of Eros and Psyche, the entire suit of cups is dedicated to the myth of Eros and Psyche, a true love story if ever there was one. Nine of Cups is right before their marriage is, they're already married in the Three of Cups, finally acknowledged by the gods, and Psyche goes from being a mortal to being a goddess, all right? Psyche, Greek word for the soul, and butterfly. This could very much be you from the outside looking in, kind of being like, no, I'm good, I love myself, right? That 10th cup may or may not come right away. You know, if this is a romantic thing, and we tell ourselves all sorts of stories about romantic stuff, not saying it's a romantic read straight off the bat, we still got more cards. But certainly that Nine of Cups saying, no, I may not be overflowing, but I'm good, right? Sort of like the Nine of Pentacles, she who has her own. This is she or he, by the way. I'm not talking gender here. We're talking soul evolution. Certainly having that, or this could very simply be root chakra, that there is wish fulfillment here for you, but to do it in justice, in balance, and the stories that you tell, like who you tell, because you might be dealing with other storytellers here too. Now, there is a gossip archetype separate from the storyteller, but they're in the same family of the creative family, which can also become very destructive in its lead. Just saying. So, remember those three atoms? See them as archetypal obstacles, and then we're going to use the Whispers of Lord Ganesh by Angelo Hartfield, Blue Angel Publishing, because Ganesh is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. I have been cultivating a relationship with him pretty much since the company started 25 years ago. He's wonderful. I love him. He's a gentle giant. And, you know, it kind of takes a lot to piss him off. So let's see what he's got to say to help out. Please take a nice deep breath. And come on. Earth signs, elephant, we're there. Still point. Because here he is. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one. One card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power, your help to help them remove these obstacles from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace? Your oracle message to help them alchemize the storyteller in the 8th, justice on the inner, 9 of cups on the outer, this full to new. Whoops. Surrender. Surrender. That's the shadow work thing. Surrender your will to the divine, the sacred truth of the throat chakra, and Carolyn Mace's Anatomy of the Spirit. And look, he's chilling. Like, he is not going through a fretful surrender. But then again, he is a god, you know. When they let go, they really let go. And it's card number 2. Should be easy to find in the book, one would think. So it's perfect for a shadow read, particularly if you know that you don't know. When you know that you don't know, you can say, I don't know, show me, I surrender. Card number 2, surrender. In the state of sleep, manifestations take root. That's the big surrender. Here's a chance for rest and recovery after the challenges and various lessons that have recently been coming your way. Ganesh is offering you the option to retreat into a calm environment to replenish your energy and regain your composure. There's just nothing in the world like that for earth signs, man. There is a need to stabilize your energy and recognize that you've been wrapped up in a stress-filled time. Past how many years? Or lifetimes? Brief periods of respite will enable you to improve your energy levels and concentration, as well as bring greater peace to your heart. You know, I'm kind of getting that in the 9 of Cups. I bet that's somebody's wish fulfillment. Can I just go on vacation for a couple of days? This will set you up for a new start, which is what these readings are for, to get you ready for the new moon. No matter how big the task you are involved in, times of recovery, including a good night's sleep, are important to heal the body and reset your mind back to positivity. When our nervous systems become inflamed and overwrought, the ego takes over and possesses us like a demon. Seriously. Regardless of what you are facing, Ganesha is gently reminding you to surrender this challenge for a while. You can take time for yourself, knowing that when you are ready, the task will be there for you. If you are trying to make a decision or change, this may not be the best time. Give yourself a much-needed break and decide once you have a clearer head come into balance. Make sure your justice system is working on the inside regardless of what's going on the outside. Okay, I was bordering on political, but that's just what came out my mouth. Please don't cancel me. I'm too cute to cancel. Oh, I want a t-shirt that says I'm too cute to cancel. Oh, no, great. Everyone's going to fucking buy me that t-shirt and I'll wear nothing else for the rest of my life because I am a Virgo. So how about we help heal this with a Matcon healing mantra card to help align the chakras. Mantras are very powerful, but like anything else, they work if you work them, and you're a Capricorn. So let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, yeah. That feels good. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Creativity and Creation, because we've got a creative family archetype here on the table, my beloved ones. One card in clarity, please, for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. The perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize the storyteller in the 8th, justice on the inner, 9 of Cups on the outer, with surrender and rest, which sounds lovely, this full to new. Liberating love, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. And this was one of my mantras recently. Yes, of course I write down my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign and all of that, my mantras and all that. This is a big one for those of us in service industries. Now, granted, the service industry I'm in is a bit more mystical, spiritual, but it was not always that way. Oh no, I used to work retail, darling. I am well aware. Delaware. So let me read you this one. Liberating love. Now, come on. To do that in a sense of justice justice, to do that in a sense of a lightness of heart that allows you to really surrender and relax. Doesn't that Nine of Cups seem more natural then? It's not like something you're striving for. It's just like, no, it's okay. I surrender, right? Surrender, Dorothy. So let me read you Liberating Love for this one, because this is a mantra. You don't have to know how to do it. You just do the mantra. It shows willingness, certainly, and kicks open a door for a new realm of experience. Liberating love. I allow, because no one else can allow you to do anything like this but you. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. And look, I've dated Capricorns. Y'all can be very fulfilling that way. It's like, what do you need? What do you need? I'll get it done. It might take you a while, so it said he wins the race, but it's always the right thing. Yeah? So to be willing to receive all that you're willing to give, right? Allow, though, is the key word. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, not the divine condition, the human condition, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive. When such actions seem exhausting, it's simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom, your free will, to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to resume. In other words, you're gonna surrender. You're gonna rest. You're gonna say, hey, I don't know what to do about this, right? And that Nine of Cups naturally emerges. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all, which is that we are all one, which means that love is the answer, and no matter how we futz and putz around with it, it's an inside job. As above, so below, as within, so without, out with the soul, as with the soul, so with the universe, or something like that. Forever young, whatever. Emerald tablets, just don't try and swallow them. They're huge. This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself, promoting self-realization, and integrating the shadow. Well, there we go. We literally got a shadow read. Look, it's a lovely mantra. I'm still doing this one. I'll be finished with this one when the new moon is in Libra. It's literally been for the past 2 weeks, or close to. So I love this one, and it is. It's very emotional. And remember, nobody needs to know you're doing these, right? But they might get, ooh, something different about you, right? Over the 2-week period. Neato. Peachy Kino. Let's find out what your spirit animals and totems are doing to help you here with the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Rockpool Publishing makes a good bookie book. Info dense but not overwritten or overwrought. We also have the Magical Herb Oracle, which will be our next card down. Same company, same amazing stuff, different author and illustrator. But for now, let's tune to the Animal Kingdom Pantheon. Please take a nice deep breath. This is my favorite one. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the guidance, the grace, the wisdom, the power, the protection, and the support, as well as the oracle message to help them alchemize Storyteller in the 8th, Justice on the inner, Nine of Cups on the outer, with surrender, removing those obstacles, and liberating their love, this full to new. The red-crowned crane, which is very hard to say. It's very jaw-demanding. Card number 29. And the key word is loyalty. Oh, that's a tricky-ass word these days. Ooh, my loyalty lies to the divine first. Everybody else has bad days, right? Loyalty to the divine, then to myself, then to my friends and family, then to my work. Thankfully, it's all holographic. Boogie, oogie, oogie. Let me read you the red-crowned crane. This book has got stuff about the mythology and the behavior of the animals. Even tells you its status, if it's endangered or not. But I'm just going to read you the first part, which is the verbal description, and then the second to last part or so, which is the magic, should you look for or want a magical application. Red-crowned crane. Breathe. red-crowned crane. Card number 29, loyalty. The time has come to re-examine your loyalties. Are you able to be trusted? I've never met a Capricorn, well, at least that I dated, that couldn't be trusted to an extent. Keep your word if you give it. Take relationships slowly and make sure to build a strong connection. What promises have you made and must keep? You guys are pretty good with that stuff. 10th house dynamic, highest potential. And you usually don't make a promise unless you really do intend to keep it, though shit does happen, don't it? Crane magic is about loyalty and steadfastness. Oh, woof. Freaking love Capricorns. In this world of instant gratification and short attention, instant gratification isn't fast enough. That's a quote from Ascended Master Carrie Fisher. Postcards from the Edge. In this world of instant gratification and short attention spans, perhaps the idea of loyalty is beginning to be a lost ideal. Not in my world, it ain't. I'm a witch. Do not cross me. The graceful, but now you see with the Storyteller, right? Right now you kind of getting this. Loyalty. The graceful crane teaches us that remaining steadfast to those who deserve it is a positive ideal and something to treasure. Thinking carefully about our promises and keeping our word means that we become people to be trusted by others and ourselves. And how are you with the divine with that, right? If you say, I promise, all you gotta say, I'll promise I'll do my best. Right? You already signed contracts to get into this world. They already know what you're capable of. So there is, for instance, all right, thank you, Caroline Mace, Anatomy of the Spirit, brilliant book about chakras and all that stuff. The throat chakra is the sacred rite of confession, right? Whether it's to the divine, to a counselor, to a whoever, or maybe even just to yourself, right? That rite of confession. The sacred truth of the throat chakra, though, is I surrender my will to the divine. And what do we have here in the throat chakra zone? We've got justice and balance, right? In terms of your loyalty. Only you get to choose where your loyalty goes. And sure, do we get lied to along the way? Do we believe stories that aren't true? Yeah, that's part of the human experience. This is tapping you into a divine experience, and in a way with this card of surrender saying, I am leaving this on the altar. Gods, higher powers, whatever you want to call the X variable of the divine, I surrender this to you. You show me. Show me what you would have me do, where you'd have me go, what you'd have me say, and to whom, which is A Course in Miracles, by the way, because I'm a very eclectic witch. Certainly in terms of loyalty, where does your loyalty lie? Put it with the divine first and then work down. Let it there's a trickle down that actually works. I actually learned that from Jan Van Zandt in her book, In the Meantime, when she talks about loyalty and stuff like that. Our loyalty structures are a little jacked on planet Earth and have been for a while. So let's move on to the Magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy, author, and Deer Dandy, D-E-E-R Dandy, illustrator. I've dedicated this deck to my Archangel, Archangel Ariel, and if you listen to the prayer closely, you might see why. Everybody has an archangelic lineage. I just know what mine is because I asked. Please take a nice deep breath. It's also written in my frickin' name. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons. So why Disney named a mermaid after you? I don't know, unless she's a lionfish. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Considering your name in Hebrew means the lion or lioness of God. Please, my beloved Archangel Ariel, is that the hill I'm going to die on? It might be. One card in clarity. From the Magical Herb Oracle, beloved Archangel of Nature, Archangel of Wealth, Archangel of Lyons, and I do mean the Archangel of Nature, the animals, vegetables, and minerals, please. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message from the Magical Herb Oracle to help the Capricorns and the Cross Watchers alchemize the Storyteller in the 8th, Justice on the inner? 9 of Cups on the outer, which seems just absolutely worth it, but with that element of surrender being how they alchemize, they release those 3 atoms as obstacles, liberating love with loyalty, and maybe that starts within. What do you got for them, my beloved Ariel? This full to new. Attraction. Parsley. I thought it said Pugsley. I was like, that can't be right. I mean, I know Wednesday made a big splash, but I think these cards were created before that hit Netflix. Card number 4, Parsley, Attraction. You know, I've got flat leaf Sicilian parsley growing wild in my garden. That just keeps coming back. Card number 4, I do love some flat leaf. I mean, curly leaf is fine, but you know, I'm a quarter Sicilian. I know what my DNA wants. I'm a really good cook, by the way. Mama taught me. I'm just going to read, there's a lot of info here. I'm just going to read you the oracular meaning. Card number 4, Parsley. Oracle meanings. Someone or something is going to hold your attention and tempt you. Oh, it is also likely that you will find yourself the focus of someone else's attention. There are other opportunities coming along, so don't be dissuaded by any setbacks as a bigger picture is about to emerge. Like when you get to the top of the mountain, you see the bigger picture. But it's a slow and steady wins the race deal. Better luck and happiness is around, and there are indications of a sort of rebirth that is greatly empowered, hardier, you like that word, and more successful than before. Romance is also suggested, so there you go. That's at least for those that are looking to do some shadow work in the romance terrain, which is rough as fuck. This is really the opportunity here for you to do that, but it's all about liberating your own love, and certainly rest is a really simple, maybe not so easy way to do that. By the way, this book also has the botanical description, magical correspondences, and in this case, a parsley attraction spell. I'm a Virgo. I'm good, thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, right now, we've got a storyteller, liberating love with surrender and attraction, discovering loyalty. Let's get our last card down. The Blessed Bee from Lucy Cavendish, Blue Angel Publishing, a brilliant book of prayer. I was born with the grace of prayer. It's in my book, Words of Grace. I was born with it. Prayer flies out my mouth all day long. But this is to indicate the lead hidden within the gold. It's already there. The blessing, the hidden blessing, already there. But it's really hard to see from leaded lenses, right? So to get you a little clue, a little tip, a little hint, a little light at the end of the tunnel, to see what the hidden blessing is. Let's do this. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. This is the big one. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, please may we have a delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Drawn to this reading, what is the gold hidden in the lead, the hidden blessing, the light at the end of the tunnel? For the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, to inspire them, to help them alchemize the Storyteller in the 8th, Justice on the inner, 9 of Cups on the outer, with surrender, liberating love with loyalty and attraction in some way, shape, or form, the gold within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel, this full to new. A blessing on your health. Aye, girl, a blessing on your health. I just slide all over the United Kingdom. I took speech classes in high school and college. I was a musical theater major. Made me more fun, though. And I can fucking belt out a song. Shall we? Now look, by the way, she's guarded by a dragon. Whoopsie. Yeah, talk about boundary reinforcement there. Yeah, I think your rest is going to be directly blessing and helping you heal here. Did we lose a number along the way? No, here it is. At the end of this read that I'm about to do here with this, it is technically the end of the reading, and I do the blessings for real because, like I said, I got the grace of prayer. But hang around for the end. We're going to talk about 25 years, drawing the circle productions, and some changes that are being made. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of the divine, please transmit. I surrender my will to you. Card number 9, a blessing on your health. A blessing to inspire the blossoming of great good health within your life. May you, friend, be blessed with a rising of your own personal vitality. May life force flow into every cell of your body, inhabiting each fully with the desire for life and the yearning for the full feeling of all that is here for you to experience. May the cells, the blood's word, is that right? May the cells in the blood sing their song with joy at being here, and may your bones be strong and whole, densely knitted in the joints to keep you upright, ever moving into the next step, a dance of love for the feeling of the world. May the muscles take shape and move with your form, and may there be flexibility and the great gift of movement for you. May your organs do their holy work, and may the health of the mind, curious yet peaceful, awakened yet rested, be yours. May the energy that belongs to the hail be yours, and may your every footstep bring a little more vitality, a little more joy and movement, a little more of a blessing to simply be here and in such good health. May you know peace within the temple of the body, and may a revival of energy be yours like that of spring after winter, so you have a spirit shining with good health. The energy all about you radiant, an auric field filled with wellness, a field of energy you can drink from and renew yourself each day and night of this lifetime. May the blessings of good health and joy in your body be yours, and should it be challenged, may you rise and meet that challenge with courage and security in the wisdom of your blood and bones, flesh and energy field, and may all that brings you back to wellness come to you again and again and again. Blessed be. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. Nothing like a gentle finish, huh? That was lovely. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up and like it. Subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, all of those things on YouTube. Shift the algorithm so more Capricorns can find the reading and their cross-watchers, right? But over on Patreon, we don't have algorithms or logarithms. I don't even care what the difference is anymore. I tried to find out. It hurt my head. No. I'm a mystical artist. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a professional witch. And over on Patreon, if you sign up for a level of subscription, no matter what level it's on, you get all the benefits there, and it's not anybody else choosing what you see and what you don't. No, you get all of it. So check it out. We got a lot of cool stuff going there, and they're making some really cool changes on Patreon. They might add a free button. We'll see what happens if that happens. So come play it out on Patreon. And 25 years in Drawing the Circle Productions as an S corporation before LLCs were ever incarnated. No. 25 years I've been charging $100 an hour for spiritual counseling and readings. If I went over, it was on me. If they wanted to tip me, the client, it was on them. Individual client, party, whatever. Well, that's changing as of May 1st, but there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel. I'll explain the process for you before, during, and after to the extent that it can. And if you book me before May 1st, even for something after May 1st, I will honor the $100 price. But there are changes going to be made. A new video will be made before May 1st, introducing this stuff because I love reading clients. It's my gig. And if I'm going to be traveling more, I've got to figure that out. So I'm thinking like a Build-A-Bear kind of thing. Build a Mal, build a reading with Mal, build a session with Mal. So we'll see whatever goes down with that. Just keep an eye out and click the link if you want to book me now. It's easy enough to do. And most of all, I love you. You can do this. Really, surrender through rest sounds lovely for earth signs, but certainly reach out and need help if you've got it. But honestly, that attraction card really did put this in the romantic arm of things. So hang in there, do your best, climb that mountain step by step, slow and steady wins the race. And I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed be.